Welcome back to another lecture of our SwiftUI Crash Course series. So in today's video, we are going to talk about animations in SwiftUI. And before proceeding to the video, I would just like to say that we have increased the font size now, as well as the display fonts, because we have received the feedback that some people are not able to see it properly because I have a large screen size and it is not very much visible on smaller devices. So that is why I haven't increased the font size. Even if you want to do it, you can just go to Xcode and then click on Xcode settings, and from here you can select themes, and then there are different things that you can change the font size for. I selected all and change it from here from 16 to 36, anything you can change it. Okay, so this is how I have increased the font size in Xcode so that you get a better readability. If there is anything else that you want to suggest, please kindly do suggest it in the comments. I always read all the comments, and all the suggestions are very welcome. If they are fruitful for the lecture, I will surely implement those. All right, so now coming back to the video. So you can see on the screen we have a text of UI animations, and then we have a rectangular box with some corner radius. So in this video we will try to animate this rectangular box. So currently we have a state variable which stores true and false, and then we have a v stack. Inside the v stack we have a text and a rounded rectangle. You can see that we have added some modifiers like corner radius, frame, foreground color, scale effect, rotation effect, opacity. These are different modifiers that can be applied on a rounded rectangle. So we will not be getting into detail of these modifiers. These are pretty basic ones like corner radius, frame, foreground color. I think you have already used them. The new ones are only rotation effect and scale effect. So scale effect is if we click on this is animated, then it will change the size of the box and increase it by 1.5x. Similarly for rotation effect, if I change the value of is animated, it will rotate the rectangle by 360-degree. And opacity you already know. Once we tap on this rounded rectangle, we will be changing the is animated value. So let's click on this rounded rectangle and see if it is working. So once I click on it, okay, the color is changing, everything is working perfectly, but it is not animating, and we want to add animations to it. So how can we achieve this? So in SwiftUI, animating anything is very easy. So when doing this is animated or toggle, we only need to do with animation. So we just need to wrap that value change inside the with animation block, and now just copy this line and paste it inside this. So now we just added one line of code. We just wrapped our variable change inside the with animation block, and now once we click on it, you can see that it is animating perfectly. Animations also have some different kinds of animations that we can implement. So just open brackets here, and you will see that there are different kinds of animations like ease in out, ease out, interactive spring, and you can read their description. So ease in out is for an animation that combines the behavior of in and out easing animations. So there are different kinds of animations. I will not be going into detail of all of these. You can just go and try it by yourself. One which we will be trying in this video is ease in out with duration. So what this animation does it, this will add this ease in out animation along with the time interval that we provide. Let's say we provided it 5 seconds. So let us wait for the preview to reload. Okay. So now once we click on this, you will see the animation will be completed in 5 seconds. Earlier it was happening at very fast speed, but now that we have provided it 5 seconds, you can see it that it is happening very slowly. All right. So 5 second doesn't actually look good. So we will just make it 1.0, and you can definitely play with the values and to get your desired results. For now, we'll be keeping it 1.0. So this is one way. You can also add different kinds of animation that are provided by Apple, and I will encourage you to experiment with those. All right. So this was one way of adding animation using the with animation block. But whenever we will be changing the is animated value, and let's say there are 10 places where we are using is animated, one is inside the rounded rectangle and the other 5 to 10 places we are using where we don't actually want to animate them. We only want the rounded rectangle to animate, but we don't want the other 5 to 10 elements where we are also using this is animated block. We don't want them to animate. So for this case, uh, Apple has also provided us the option. So instead of adding this with animation block here, we will remove this. So now that we have removed, you will see that the animation is not happening. So instead of using the with animation block, we can just go here and add dot animation as a modifier. And inside this, you will see the first one, animation and value. So click on this. Here also we can pass the same thing, is in out and duration 1.0. And for the value, here we need to provide the value which will trigger the animation. So currently we have is animated value. Whenever we are changing it, we want to uh, start the animation. So we'll be passing it here. And you will see that we are getting the same result which we were getting previously. Now we have removed the with animation block and we are using the dot animation as a modifier on the rounded rectangle. So when we add it as a modifier on the rectangle, then only this rounded rectangle will be animated, and all the other views that are also using is animated will not be animated. But if we used with animation and placed our code inside this block, then all the places where is animated value is being used, they all will get animation and they will all start animating. So depending on your use case, like if you want all the views that are dependent on is animated to animate, you should definitely keep it within the with animation block. But if you want some particular view to animate on change of a value, you should definitely try dot animation modifier. I hope things are clear to you. If it is not, please do let me know in comments and I'll be happy to explain. So I think that's it for this video and I'll see you guys in next one. Thank you.